Muhan Studios presents They Weren't Supposed to Be Here, a small school with no McDonald's All-Americans, no towering budget, just grit, defense, and belief. But in March 2010, the Butler Bulldogs rewrote college basketball history. This is the story of one of the greatest Cinderella runs the NCAA tournament has ever seen.
And Butler wins it! Butler's going on to the national championship game!
Butler enters the 2010 tournament riding a 20-game win streak, dominating the Horizon League. Brad Stevens, at just 33 years old, had built a system rooted in defense, discipline, and teamwork. Gordon Hayward, Shelvin Mack, Ronald Norad, and Matt Howard, none were blue-chip recruits, but all bought into the mission. They didn't have lottery picks. What they had was chemistry, and a chip on their shoulder the size of Indiana. The first round, 5th-ranked Butler taking on 12th-ranked University of Texas at El Paso. Down 6 in the second half, Butler hits 11 three-pointers, storming back to win 77-59. In the second round versus Murray State, a gritty 54-52 win behind NORAD's clutch defense and Hayward's poise.
Hayward to Norris. Contact inside, count the basket, and a foul. State looking for some magic is deflected to the backcourt by Hayward, and it's over. Oh my goodness! Butler is halfway home to Indianapolis.
They didn't just win, they endured. When the game slowed, Butler stayed composed, playing every possession like it was their last. In the Sweet 16, Butler took on a giant with number 1 ranked Syracuse. Butler faces a dominant zone defense and still finds ways to break through. The Bulldogs pulled off a 63-59 upset.
Jardine spinning. Stripped! Lauren Woodhead! And how about this?
In the Elite Eight versus a second-ranked Kansas State, it was a back-and-forth slugfest. Shelvin Mack dropped 16, Hayward adds 22, with a final score being 63-56, sending Butler to their first ever Final Four.
Butler! Going back to Indiana!
That wasn't luck. That was system basketball at its peak, outworking teams with better resumes and bigger names. At Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, located less than 6 miles from Butler's campus with fans calling it Hoosiers 2.0, the Final Four versus Michigan State. A grinded out 52-50 win for the Bulldogs. Their defense forced 16 turnovers, which sealed the deal.
Back of the rim, rebound Hayward, and Butler wins it. Butler's going on to the national championship game.
The Bulldogs were no longer a surprise. They were a threat. And now they were 1 game away from immortality. The final against Duke was David versus Goliath, Stevens versus Coach K, Butler versus the world. But this story isn't about the loss. It's about how Butler held their own against a powerhouse, how they played toe-to-toe with a dynasty for 40 minutes that felt like a lifetime. Hayward's half-court shot missed by inches. 1 shot, 1 bounce, 1 historic what-if. But win or lose, Butler had already done the impossible. Recruits noticed, coaches copied, mid-majors believed. Butler's 2010 run didn't just change the school, it changed the narrative of college basketball. They may not have won the title, but they won the moment. And that's why we'll never forget the 2010 Butler Bulldogs. Like stories of underdogs, buzzer beaters, and unforgettable tournament runs? Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and let us know. Where do you think Butler's 2010 run ranks among Cinderella stories of recent years? Let us know in the comments below.